Today I visited Shrewsbury's 2025 Festival of Model Railways. From where I parked I had to walk past the station, which I think is a really majestic building for a railway station. And then the actual show was in St Mary's Church. Straight into the show, and one of the first things I came across was Brief Encounter. I've wanted to see this layout for a long time. The attention to detail is amazing, and I felt really you could pull up a chair and spend about 4 hours trying to spot everything that's in it.
So Dawn, this is an amazing layout. What inspired you to do a layout based on the film, Brief Encounter, but also to do it in black and white?
Well, as I said, based it on a film, but I thought I could do the film, I could do the layout in colour, but I kind of felt that it would look like any other station layout, and I really wanted to capture the evocative feeling of the black and white film. And also, I like to challenge myself, so it was a bit of an experiment.
Brilliant, thank you. That's probably enough, thanks, Grumpy. I am honoured to have Grumpy cameraman filming for me. How good is that?
It's not brilliant because there's no McDonald's in the whole town, so I'm not happy.
What I'd like to know is whether we could hear Dawn on that, if we can do a playback.
I don't know.
I decided to leave that silliness in for the questies amongst us. However, being distracted as I was, I forgot to ask Dawn additional serious questions. However, you can drop over to Dawn's Model Railway Quest YouTube channel to learn more. Now, looking at this video footage, it looks like there are creams and yellows and maybe even pale pinks. However, that is purely the camera footage. If you see this in the flesh, it is purely in tones of grey and a few bits of white and some of black, but basically it's everything between white and black tones and no colours at all. It is.
Oh, hi, good morning. I'm Jakub. I work for Alcott Creative. We make laser cut model railway building kits. Today I'm just doing a demonstration at the Shrewsbury Festival of Model Railways. Right now I'm just putting together a O-gauge canopy, painting it up in Great Western colours. I will also be later building an engine shed, a modular Northlight engine shed.
Brilliant, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
It was nice to see that I'm not alone running manual points still. I believe this layout is based on cross-country services between Bath and Bournemouth, set in the summer of 1957.
Should be right. You're down and three. Three. No, it's breaking up. There we go.
Nice to see locomotives running on different levels of scenery.
Yeah, I did that. It's not like...
So as it says, this represents the western region of British Rail, and it's based on the 1970s. Lee St George is a fictional market town in the Midlands, set between 1990 and 1996. So this layout is Victoria Bridge, or Victoria Bridge in a Box, I believe it's also called. This is a layout that's based on the Severn Valley Railway Victoria Bridge. Notice the kayakers on the River Severn below. A small factory shunting yard served by a narrow-gauged railway. Three Spires is a fictional railway depot in the Midlands.
I never looked at it.
Lintor Town is a fictitious country branch line, part of the GWR and representing the early 1920s. A fictitious railway, but based in the 1980s. Great just watching this whole little shunting operation in process with the excavators and tipper trucks.
Printed body. Another body, see what that's like. But yeah, I'm quite enjoying it. I'm just sitting there watching it chuck round. Quite therapeutic. That's nice. see any, the whole process, mechanical kit and everything, all doing what they should do. Well, the reason I built it using Mammoth Track, which was readily and cheaply available. Oh, very nice too. Who? Because he makes special double-A stuff like
Loving the smoke coming from the chimney over on the right there. All adds to the atmosphere. Puffin Colliery is based in the Welsh countryside and has a connection to the main line to take coal to the docks. I love this canal detail here with the fishermen. The whole layout has very good scenery, as you can see. Nant Gwernol is a station on the Talyllyn Railway. Great water detail here in the front, and love the trees with the lichen or lichen on them. The whole layout is pretty amazing. I don't know all the Talyllyn locos, but I do know this one coming is Peter Sam. And just like at the real Nant Gwernol, Peter Sam will leave the train of carriages at the station and will do a run around to the other end of the train to take it back.
I've loved it, thank you. Thank you. Right, have a lovely day.
I hear the dulcet tones of George Williamson, so let's see if we can catch up with him for a little bit of a chat.
Yep.
So I finally caught up with George Williamson, who has built the amazing Nant Gwernol model behind us. And previously, Corus, yes, I'll do some close-ups. So George, I've been watching the YouTube channel and the videos where you've shown us all the great detail as you're building it.
Yeah.
How long has it taken you overall?
Well, it's actually taken longer than I thought it was. It's taken longer than I planned. I was expecting it to be about a year, but with all the rolling stock, even with weekly uploads, it's taken a year and a half to 2 years, I think, really, on the trot. But like I said, I've tried to mix it up, so sometimes I'm doing scenery, sometimes I'm doing rolling stock for it. But yeah, I think it's just about finished now, just about a couple bit more.
So are you happy with it now, finally? I know you were unhappy about the water in different bits, but it looks brilliant now, I think. But how do you feel about it?
Yeah, this has been, I think now, when I stand back with you now and I see people look and I think actually, yeah, I'm happy with the look, but it's been a real up and down journey, and I wasn't expecting that to be that way. So like the water I've done 3 times, the back scene, I think that's the 4th back scene, and I ended up making my own using the drone and things like that. So I think the rocks were a problem, the moss was a problem, the trees were a problem at one point, and now I've got a point that's a problem. So it's, but you know, that's model railways, isn't it?
Yeah, the joys of model railway.
I think the problem is because of the channel, I've got the pressure of trying to get it done as well. So I think when there's a problem, it's like a breakdown.
I completely understand, and anyone who's been watching me trying to build a loco for my Taran Light Railway will see the frustrations that I've had as well.
It's good to show it, and people seem to be thankful. The viewers are thankful when you do show things like that.
Show the reality that it's not just, oh look, we're amazing, and it's just easy.
Quite right. Yeah.
So what's next? What's next, George?
Well, look, Alex, so I've got, just to say before I answer, I've got Sam, who's come from, he's a volunteer on a TR who's helped me at the NEC. I'm here now. But also Alec from Westcliff Works, if you know the kits I built, he's come down and surprised me. So he's running his own stuff on there as well. So
that's pretty cool.
Next project, so we've got the Pico Rail 200 Diorama Challenge. I've got to buy some stuff today for that because I've now got my plan set. That's probably going to be the next. But alongside that, it's going to be the 16mm in the garden I need to get on with in the summer as well. And I've got my stock building up ready for that as well. So.
I hope you managed to do it faster than I am.
Well, you never know, dear. I've got a wife that's got her projects on the go as well. So I always have
children to look at as
absolutely
look after rather.
Well, so there's a lot of things going on.
Oh look, we can get a bit closer now.
Here we go.
So are you going to give us any clues of what you're going to do for the Pico diorama, or does that need to be a surprise?
It's not 009.
It's not 009,
It's
well...
not, it's standard gauge. That's all I'm saying for now.
Okay, fair dues.
I think this will be the last 009 project for a while on the channel. I'm going to be going into different things.
There's a limit to how much space you've probably got, even in your new room for all of this stuff.
In fact, I thought, I don't know if I mentioned to you, but actually I'm thinking of selling Corish.
Are you?
Because I just feel like I love Corish, and it was the first proper build on the channel, but I feel like I've done what I need to do with it, and I took it to the NEC, and I can't get like bigger than that. I've brought it to local shows, so I think I've had my time with it. I think it's time for that to move on, and I can use that space for something else now.
Well, I'll have to put a link to your channel in the and details in my description.
That would be great.
In case anybody wants to pick up and buy Corish.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I'll work a way to sell it somehow. I'm not quite sure how to do that yet, but there we go.
And then one final thing that I want to say on the video is you cannot see just how good the detail and colouring is on videos. So when I've been watching you, George, build all of this, even though it looks good, it looks so much more realistic.
Thank you.
You know, in the flesh, so to speak.
Yeah.
So I think anyone watching needs to know that up close, it's genius.
No, I really appreciate that.
Yeah. Anyway, thanks so much for your time, George.
So as well as looking at the trains that George has built and painted, both the locos and the carriages, rolling stock, just absorb the bracken and brambles and variety of trees, rock face, and just all the detail, signage, fences, and everything else you can see on this layout, which is no doubt why it won Best in Show. The layout was Best in Show, as voted for by the visitors. So congratulations, George, because you had some stiff competition, but clearly everybody loved this as much as I did.
Like I said, you can see the whole of this on YouTube. It's great. Put it on for now. It's probably a bit healthier to watch than some other stuff on YouTube.
Yeah, well, that's what he watches on YouTube is model railways.
I can think of far worse things.
Yeah.
Well, you moved it from when it was working.
Yeah. His fault.
It's my fault, yeah.
No, that's exactly it. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, hello.
Apologies, I'm a bit wobbly here, but I did think that was a great scene to zoom in on. Well, that's the end of my video for the Shrewsbury Festival of Model Railway for 2025. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, please do press a like and think about subscribing to the channel. Thank you.